Hi everybody, this is just a quick video share with you. I'll post this once Yvonne has received this, but I joined in on Aim's craft swaps, her first swap on her new page on Facebook. I'll leave a link below, and I was partnered with Yvonne, and we had to do 5 altered die cuts. So what I'll do is I'll show you, I made a card to go in along with it, and I've seen on YouTube, and I can't remember all the people I've seen doing this. There's a few different folk done it now. And this is just a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and it's the Happy Days collection, the Paper Mania one. And what I do is you fold it up, and there's different tutorials in doing it, and it creates this little envelope, it looks like. And what I've done is I've trimmed the front of it with some lace and some flat back pearls as well. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's maybe a bit shaky. I'll try and get it to focus a bit better. And here you go, Yvonne, you're getting my first use of Wild Orchid Craft flowers. And I spritzed the white one in the front. I don't think it's going to show up on here, but it's a handmade glimmer spray that I made using the Perfect Pearls. And there's the white rose, there's the 2 pink roses and some baby spray in the middle there, and then there's some of the cherry blossoms as well. So it's on there too, and it's just trimmed in with some of this lace and pearls from this side again. And then there's a bit of seam binding that goes right the way around it to close it up, and this is normally in a bow and tied up, but I've undone it because I'm one-handed. Sorry. So you open it up, and because of the way it all folds and that, you've got the paper inside. Oops, just knocked in the die cuts. And then I've put a little tag in the inside, and I've covered it with some of the sort of lacy, glittery trim that Jane sent me from Michael's, so that's the Recollection stuff. I edged it in some antique linen, and then in the back I've just put thank you and this lovely image that Jane sent me as well, and it is just lovely to stamp with. I really do like it, and it's a stamp pen, this one. So that's what tucks in that side. And then on the back I have made another card on here, and it just pops in the back there, and that's the seam binding. It just goes all the way around it. It's stuck down with double-sided tape, and I've just distressed this bit of pearlised ivory cardstock that I've got, put on another sheet of the Happy Days paper, and then I put a message on here to Yvonne, and that's what it's like. So that pops in the back of the cards. I hope you like that, Yvonne, when you see it now. And then for the die cuts, I had great fun doing this one because I don't have a lot of dies, but it made me to pull them out, and I used quite a few of them. And what I did was I took one of these grocery bags, and I decorated it as well, and I just used some of the Prima stamp set that I've got, and I think it's the Fairy Bell stamp set, stamped on 3 of the bird cages, and I've got Charming, Enchanting and Loved on it, and the dress form, some little butterflies, and then around the edges here I just stamped, there's a nice sort of leaf stamp, I just joined it together and kept going. And then in the background I've got one of the Viva Decor stamps that I stamped the background of the script in the, what's the Tim Holtz colour, the velvet colour, and then the rest of it's in the Memento Cocoa, oh my goodness, what is it, Cocoa, it's not Cocoa Brown, oh my mind's gone blank and I'm not at my craft room, so I don't know what it was now. Anyway, I did that, and then on the top of it I folded it over and punched 2 holes to feed the seam binding in through. I took my Martha Stewart edge punch and decorated the top of the bit, well, cut it at the top. Then I've got 2 bits of lace and 1 bit of trim at the top here. And that's the front of the bag. And then on the back I had some lace stamps I bought while I was in the States, so I trimmed it in the side with that, and in the centre's the big doily lace, and then I trimmed in the edge here with some of the pink rosette trim. And the seam binding here just pulls all the way through. And then in the inside I have Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. The dies that I've done. And for this one, I took the Tim Holtz ornamental one, I think this is. And I cut it out in a craft coloured card, and then I shaded it with some of the, I think it was tarred rose. And then again the rich cocoa, is it? Yeah, that's it. I think the Memento Rich Cocoa I stamped around the edge with the same Prima stamp, and then there's just some pearl bling, flat back pearls in each of the points. And again, it's this gorgeous stamp that Jane sent me. And again, in here I've just put some more of the tiny flat back pearls. So that's that one. This one was a Sizzix frame punch that I was sent by a friend, so thank you very much, Becca, she sent me that one. And I put some bling in the corner. Well, what I did with this one was I painted it. It's actually a cereal packet, 2 bits of cereal packet, so I doubled it up to make it thicker, glued it together, and then I painted, I gessoed it all, and then I painted it with, like, you can hardly see it, but if you study Yvonne close up, I think there's still some shades of it there, but it was like some music paper, old vintage music paper that I ripped up and put little bits on it. And then I covered over that again with, I think I used a mix of, it was like burnt umber paint I put onto that to shade it up a bit. And then I took the antique linen Tim Holtz crackle paint and painted over that again to give a crackled effect on it underneath. And then I used the, instead of glossy accents on top, it's actually the Anita's, it's not glossy accent, but it's the Anita's ones that's like it, so I put that on top. And then again, I have a little spray of the Wild Orchid Craft flowers in this corner, and these are the tiny itsy bitsy ones, and I just love them. I think I'm going to order more of these because they're not going to last. A bit of lace in the corner, some flat back pearl along the side and up to here, and another spray of flowers up there. So that's that one. This is the Tim Holtz Baroque die. And for this one again I used the same script in the background, it's a Viva Decor script, and again the Prima stamp, the leaves around the edges, and in the middle I have a Bow Bunny stamp set which is the cherub, and then I took some of the Glamour Dust isn't it, yeah, and in the gold colour and put that on the wings. And then again I did another spray of Wild Orchid Craft flowers in the bottom here, and just sparkle them up with some stickles, and there's a pearl spray coming at the top of that as well, and then some of this tiny leaves as well. So that's that one. This one is the Tim Holtz Cogs, and I had great fun doing this one because I cut them out of chipboard, and then I took the Viva Decor script stamp again and stamped across them in Stays On black ink, and I don't think you're going to see it here, but you might, there is some hints of it still on there a bit. In that top cog you can see some of the script. Stamped it in that, and then I took some chipped sapphire ink, and I think I had some walnut stain ink, and there was possibly the ocean blue one as well. Stamped them on, and then I took the Inca Gold in the copper colour and the gold colour and just rubbed it in around the cogs, and it's given them a really metallic look. And then I coated them then in the UT, giving them a good thick coat in UT, so they've come up quite pretty. I'm giving them quite a lot of texture and shimmer with the Inca Gold underneath the UT, so they've come out quite well. And then the last one is the Tim Holtz sewing room die, and again it was just a bit of chipboard. I covered it in some, I think it's DC, maybe it's not, I can't remember the paper stack that I took the paper from that's on the bodice here, but I covered it in that, and then I edged around the edge of it with some vintage photo. I added on this layer of ruffled cream lace on here to look like a skirt, added a bow with a bit of drop pearl in it for the waistband, and then another couple of Wild Orchid Crafts flowers on the skirt and the bodice. Some flat back pearls at the top, just look like a necklace. I where the paper joined on to the, well, where it's split here at the bottom, because I just stuck the paper through the die as well, and I just used some of the rich cocoa Memento ink pad at the bottom to make it look like a really old wooden dress form for stand, and then some flat back pearls just to trim it off at the bottom. And then for the spool and the button, what I did with them, you can maybe see it in there, actually there, the button has got the script stamp on it again in the Stays On Black. Then I shaded it in with some vintage photo I think I used, and then again I did that on both the spool and the button. And on the button I just tied some burlap twine that I had some of the loose bits that comes off when I've been fraying burlap, tied that through the button there in a knot, and then I wrapped some odd bits round and round here like that. And again, when I've been using this, the heat gun actually, when I was working with the UT on this, it gave it quite an aged kind of, it was almost as if it was burning, but it's come out quite well when you see it now finished. So that is my 5, and I know there's technically more than 5 die cuts, but it's 5 dies that I've used. And because there's 3 with that and there's 3 with that set. But that is the 5 dies that I've sending you, Yvonne, and a card for you as well, and the little grocery bag that holds them all. So I hope you like them and that you can use them on some of your projects, and I'll be back soon. Bye, thanks for watching.